Hey folks, Real World Prepper here. I am RWP. Is armed conflict in our future? Quick answer to that question, I don't know. But I do know that things are culminating in such a way that seems to imply to not only me but to many others that the only way to right this ship, to reclaim liberties and freedoms that were bestowed unto us by our Constitution, by our God, is with conflict. I don't think any peaceful resolutions will be ultimately met. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I just don't see it happening. In light of this this thing that's going on in January in Virginia, this big rally, it's turned into a big Second Amendment open carry rally to speak out against the legislation that's being proposed, that's on the governor's desk, that evil Governor Northam and his two houses, two state houses that are in control all by Democrats. And look, it's not a Democrat-Republican thing necessarily, given that there are plenty of awful Republicans too, okay? This two-party system paradigm is a farce anyway. And I think most people realize that these days. Many don't, but many do. We'll put it to you that way. There's a bunch of folks that can see through the veneer of this fake stuff, you know. Along with that, they're already talking about, if you guys don't already know, myself and Zombie Farmer and a band of fellow patriots are going to go down there and stand in solidarity with Virginians, as well as in support of all Americans for gun rights. Frankly, just not just gun rights, but gun rights help protect. Second Amendment helps protect the First, and all the others for that matter. That is why we largely have not been attacked on our own soil. Behind every blade of grass, as they say, is an American with a gun. And so that's true. And that is one of the reasons why the government has not been as successful and as quick to move in some of these things that they want to achieve. Socialist ideals that they want to impress on us and achieve and enforce on us and make us live under. It's going slower than they would like, and it's largely because of gun owners, patriots that are willing to stand and do what very well may need to be done. I'm not advocating for violence, okay? That is not what I'm doing. However, I am advocating that every able-bodied man should be armed and should be willing to rise up and stand against a tyrannical government. Just like you would protect your own house and family from those that would wish to harm you, breaking in to steal, rape, rob, and murder. These folks are stealing, raping, robbing, murdering. This is what's going on. Your elites, your government, your deep state, all of those things, all work in tandem to destroy what our society is about and what it was meant to be about. So this Virginia thing, I'm hearing reports that there, and I'm looking into some of them, and it's tough to vet some of this stuff. I mean, you really just don't know. There's so much misinformation out there too. You got to consider that. But I'm hearing that there's going to be roadblocks. I'm hearing that there are going to be UN roadblocks, gun confiscations on site, things of that nature. We already know and expect that there's going to be a bunch of likely government infiltrators and Antifa and all kinds of folks that would be seemingly with us at this rally, that will be there as plants to potentially cause problems. and dissent and stir up trouble, to say the least. So these are things we've got to watch out for, be mindful of, be in prayer about, have our spiritual eyes on, and the discernment of the Holy Spirit. Because, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but through him. And so we've got to have the armor of God on, the full armor of God. We've got to have discernment. We've got to see what's going on, see it for what it is. But are we headed for an armed conflict? And who will it be against or between? That is a very good question, because, you go back to the Civil War, and it was largely North versus South, two ideals. And I think it's going to be similar, and I'll explain why. But two ideals. The North and the South had very different ideas about what they wanted for themselves and for the country. And you can argue it was about slavery, and it was about this, that, and the other, but it was about a controlling thing. It was about the federal government wanting more control, where the southern states wanted more state control. And, so in that same vein, and of course the Revolutionary War was one where we fought all together in solidarity against an opposing nation, and really an opposing government, a government that opposed what we wanted for ourselves as Americans, as new Americans anyway at that time. So whatever you want to call it, I think we're headed for some type of conflict. I don't see anything becoming an impasse. You look at all this impeachment stuff that's going on right now, and I mean, folks on both sides are just so hard line about what they believe and about what they want and about what their goals are. The obvious subversion of facts and straight up lies and things that are going on that are transparent. I mean, it's transparent. We can all see this stuff. So I don't see there being an impasse, So what will it look like and when? Damn good questions. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. All I know is that it is, I believe it's just culminating and coming to a head. So this message is just to remind you guys to, prepare. This is a preparedness channel, okay? I'm about being prepared. I'm the real world prepper, meaning I'm not perfect. I can't do everything. I'm doing all I can, okay? But be prepared spiritually first. Have your house in order spiritually, and then put your house in order with things, with items, with preparedness, with plans, and support. Continue to write and call these people in the government, your representatives and stuff. I largely think this stuff is a moot point these days, but keep doing it. Keep letting them know with those methods, as well as demonstrations, marches, rallies, showing your face and being there in any instances where you can, so that they know that there's plenty of Americans that are here willing to protect what is dear and what is right and what this Constitution means to our country and the way that it was supposed to work. It's being stripped apart, being torn down, little bits at a time, sometimes large swaths of them being ripped off at the same time. So keep your head on a swivel, keep alert, keep prepared, and just stay tuned, know what's going on, be in prayer about it. So just a few thoughts for you today. I appreciate you joining me here on The Real World Prepper. All of the guys that have joined me newly, I appreciate you. I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. For all of my regular subs that have been here for a long time, as always, I definitely appreciate you guys. And listen, I will check in with you guys later. Zombie and I will be doing a live stream soon. I'm not sure when. We're going to discuss some specific details about what to expect and what to anticipate regarding this January 20th rally in Richmond, Virginia. So we'll let you know when that's coming up. But again, Real World Prepper, thank you so much. Talk to you soon.